You know, being irresistible goes way beyond physical attractiveness. It's about exuding an aura that captivates and draws people to you. It involves mastering the art of charisma and cultivating qualities that are going to leave a lasting impression on people. In this video, I have discussed the best communication skills tricks and how to talk to people so they listen. And also, if you listen to the very end of this, you're going to see what you can do to become irresistible to everyone. Hey, John Sellers here. Thank you so much for coming to my YouTube channel. Hey, if you are an agent and want to know more about how to build health, wealth, and freedom all into your life so that your business isn't just controlling everything, but you've built not only today, but the future for yourself, then you're going to want to like, subscribe, and stay on this channel because that is what we talk about, how to build real wealth in all the areas of your life. Effective communication is critical in our personal and professional lives. You know, one of the greatest things you can do to be a great communicator is listen. Really develop your listening skills. But to enhance that and really have a bigger impact is to develop your communication skills so that people are impacted by what you say and they are drawn to you and they really want to listen. Today I'm going to talk about the skills and the tactics you can do to actually increase your communication skills so you can have a lasting impact on those you're communicating with. So let's go ahead and get down to it. So first of all, we want to define your intention. So clarify your purpose and what is the outcome you want to have by this communication. Be clear on that, stay focused on it. Understand your audience. Who are you talking to? Are you talking to your children? Are you talking to high-level business people? Are you talking to other salespeople? Be clear about who it is. Consider their background, where they've come from when you're in that communication with them. Also, as I talked earlier, listen actively. Watch their body language as you're talking. Listen to the words they're actually saying back to you so that you're actually showing care and concern for them when you're speaking with them. The other is to build trust. So be authentic, be your real self, and be consistent with your communication. People can see when you're acting differently in different situations, and that does not build trust at all. So did you know 70% of communication is nonverbal? So you need to be aware of how your nonverbal communication is. How are you moving? What are your facial expressions? Are you smiling? Are you frowning? Do you have sincerity? These things matter. The next is empathy and understanding. Are you coming from a place of seeking to understand the folks that you're communicating with? Are you listening to them clearly? Are you not just thinking about what the next thing you're going to say, but you're actually listening and seeking to understand? The other is some people have a different feeling about this. Some people like to have abrasive language. Again, you get to do whatever you want to do, but what I've found is we want to be conscious of who we're communicating with and be respectful of them with the language we're using and realize that our goal is to connect with people. And what we need to do is connect with them is find a way to communicate to them that they want to listen. So if you're at a point where you're communicating language that they're not willing to listen, you've just shut down that communication. So also be open-minded or listen to people. People want to just shut down quickly. But if they see that we're actually open and actually listening to what they're saying and pondering it, they are more likely to listen to us, and we're going to have more of an impact on them and be able to influence them if that is what we choose to do. You know, this next one is one of my pet peeves. Are we being present in that conversation? How many times you've been places and you're trying to talk with somebody and they are looking at their phone nonstop, they're daydreaming different places, they're being more attracted by what's happening across the street, and that is terrible if you want to have an impact on people. So be present when people are talking. Use storytelling. Parables, which are storytelling in the Bible, have been some of the most effective communication of all time. People love stories because they can connect and feel part of that story. So again, we can go overboard on our storytelling, but how can we use it effectively in our communication? Next is clarity and conscientiousness. So how are we very clear when we're talking? But also, how are we very tied into how this is going to affect the person that we're talking to? Are we aware of what jargon might be offensive to them? Are we aware of their predisposed feelings about things or prejudices about things? We need to be aware of that. The other is we need to focus on the key points. If we're in a business environment, we're trying to get things done, are we staying on track with what the most important points are so we can solve the challenge that we're working on? It's very different in different environments, but in a business environment, it's very clear that we stay concise and we focus on the key points. Next is problem solving. Are we coming with an attitude that together we can solve this and that we're going to do it in a collaborative way with cooperation? So that is so key, that we have this problem solving approach, if that's what's needed in this type of communication, and then we work together to have that happen, because people convinced against their will are not convinced. We need to have it to where together, and it's even better if they think they came up with the idea. So that's some of the skills that we need to be working on. Next, I want to talk to you about how to become irresistible to everybody. Being irresistible to everyone certainly is a desired outcome to enhance our personal and professional relationships, but let's get real here. We are not going to be irresistible to every single person. That is pretty impossible. But what we can do is we can work on a set of skills and traits that will help us so that we can become more effective and more irresistible to a larger group of people. So let's go ahead and explore what those traits and skills are right now. So let's dig into those strategies. The first one that I love is embrace authenticity. People are looking for other people that are their real selves. Have you worked to get comfortable in your skin? People trust people when they feel like they really know who they're talking to, rather than somebody else is putting on a show or trying to act like there's somebody else. So embrace authenticity. Number two is practice empathy and understanding. People want to feel heard. And when they feel heard, they find that extremely attractive. And they're going to be attracted to you and think there's something special about you. Just by you listening to them, they're going to think, wow, somebody cares. And that matters. Strategy number three is work on those communication skills that we talked about. I gave you all those things in the beginning of this. Work on those so that your communication doesn't get in the way of your attractiveness to people, because there are so many people today that they have such bad habits in how they communicate that people cannot actually hear their good intention, and that is not what we want to hear. Number four is cultivating a positive attitude. I say cultivate. You actually have to farm within yourself and work so that you keep that attitude up, because people are attracted to people that are positive. Are you attracted to people that talk really slow and act like Eeyore? No, you're not. And we may joke about this, but this is the reality. People are attracted to people that have a positive attitude. It is contagious, and they want to be more like you if you do that. The other is continuously working to improve your appearance. We're all going to look different. But the truth is, how you take care of yourself, how you groom yourself, how you dress does matter. Now again, no judgment. You get to do whatever you want in this. But if you're looking to appeal to a larger group of people, then you are going to have to appeal physically and how you appearance to more people. So work on that and think about where you might be able to do a better job with that. The last one here is develop a diverse range of interests. Why would that matter? Why should you read a cross-section? Because you want to be able to talk to as many people as possible about what's of interest to them. And if you have a knowledge about a lot of things, you're going to be curious, and you're going to be able to ask them questions and have an intelligent conversation. And what's going to happen is they're going to be more attracted to you because they realize, man, we have some similarities here. And people like hanging out with people that like things about them and like the same things that they do. Well, I hope you've learned something today about becoming irresistible. Hey, it is a process. You are going to have to work on your communication skills. You're going to have to work on tactics to become more irresistible. But guess what? Everything takes time, but if you work on these things, not only is it going to increase your business, but it's going to increase the quality of your life and the effect you're going to have in a positive way with other people. So dig in, make it happen. Hey guys, John Sellers here again. If you are an agent and want to figure out how to create health, wealth, and freedom into your life, that is what I specialize in, and that is what I've been able to do as an agent, where I've been able to create a passive income, multiple passive incomes that are over 6 figures a year, that I've been able to build a business that allows me to live wherever I want to live, have that time and location freedom. And that is what I specialize in. That is what we talk about on this YouTube channel. So like and subscribe. And if you'd like to know more about how to create that freedom in your life, reach out to me. There's multiple ways to do it, and we should have a conversation.